Hi, my name is Craig Duswalt, and welcome to another episode of Rock Your Life TV. I am with my dear friend and special guest, Gina St. George, all the way from Florida. How are you, Gina?
Great to be here. I'm excellent.
You are, aren't you? Just excellent? That's
Always
it?
excellent.
Always excellent. All right, so Gina, I know everything about you, but why don't you share what you're doing now?
What I'm doing now. I became a business process expert many, many years ago, and I found a way to make the concept of business process accessible to anyone who is getting started or scaling their business. And so I created the arrival strategy. Because what happened is that my partner and I, my now late partner and I, built a couple businesses together, sold one to a multinational company, and everyone kept on asking us, how do you sell your business? How do you sell your business? How do you sell your business? And my answer was, it isn't about how you sell your business, it's how you make your business saleable. And so what I came up with is, really, let's not talk about the exit. Let's talk about the arrival, because even the end is an arrival at something new. And a lot of people have a hard time with selling their business because they're like, who am I without my business? So I came up with arrival strategy, and there's actually 5 arrivals. So the first arrival is that you get started and prove that you have a good product and you can deliver it. Arrival 2 is you scale your marketing, which is systems and processes. Arrival 3 is now you are buried in work, and now you have to put systems and processes in place to systemize your operations. Arrival 4 is becoming the CEO, and then arrival 5 is the final arrival where you are actually able to exit your business in one of many ways that you can exit. So that's what I'm doing now. And
when you say that's what you're doing now, this is a book series, correct?
It is a book series, but it's also a series of training that I offer. And most of the people I work with people at all levels of arrival. Most of the people I work with are working on arrivals 2 or 3, that they're either working on the systems and processes around scaling their marketing, or they're working on the systems and processes around systemizing their operations because they're buried in work and want to get their life back.
And how many books have you written so far?
I have written 9. So there's the 5 arrivals, and they're written as fiction.
Yes.
Because instead of it being a how-to manual, it is a story about 4 business owners who are learning their way through these 5 arrivals. The final arrival is actually the backstory on the consultant that shows up in all the stories, who is loosely based on me.
Ooh, secret.
And then I wrote a series of 2 that were meant specifically for info marketers, coaches, and consultants. And then I have a standalone book for the tired owner-operator of a business who wants to exit, but he hasn't done all the system stuff, and he's just too tired. And his kids don't want to don't want to take over the business. So there's a way for that person to exit too.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So so I wrote a standalone book on that.
Love that. 9 books.
9.
All right. So you just did an event with me, and it was eye-opening, eye-popping. So everyone is in your audience, and you did this like interactive workshop where people actually had scissors, paper, cutting together and putting together their process where they can now visualize it. Explain what you did there, because that was great.
So what I learned, and it took me several iterations, because I'm an engineer by training, and so when you talk about processes, that came more naturally to someone with my kind of training. But when I started teaching this to people who didn't have my kind of training, I found that when we started talking about flowcharts, their brains exploded, and their eyes glazed over, and then we never could get anywhere. And so I worked at it to find a way to make it understandable and break it down so that anyone could understand it. And I said, what is a process really? And that was when I came up with the idea of using a Kanban board and laying out the stages of the process. So like the headers of like the steps, and so we do that, and then within each stage, basically only one of 5 things happens. We have documents, we have communications, we have meetings, we have tasks, and then we have all the information that we need to make all those other 4 things happen.
Yeah.
And so I take people through a process where they define those 5 things that happen in each of their stages, and then when they're finished, they say, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
I actually understand what I need to do."
It is, and it's the visual. It's the visual. It's
Yeah.
just, it's a hard thing to process, but when you look at it, and I was looking at everyone when you did that event, and everyone was like, thrilled. All right, so how does someone get in touch with Gina St. George?
Well, I have a speaker website.
Oh, that's good.
Which is my name, GinaSt.George.com.
That makes sense.
And then I also have arrivalstrategy.com where I have information and coaching and training programs for entrepreneurs.
So you're available for speaking starting tomorrow?
Yesterday, actually.
All right. Thank you, Gina, for being a guest on my show. You rock.
Thank you. It was great to be here.
See you next time.